Hey guys, how's it going? Just going to give you a quick update for the coming week. Last week I expected the US dollar index to have a kind of a double bottom and then push back up to the 618 Fibonacci. We had some bad news for the US dollar and it broke this low here and is pushed lower. So I'm expecting that the US dollar, if it doesn't regain any strength back, that we will be retesting the break and then continuing to short down into the 127 areas. Not expecting to move too quick. Could potentially see it trading around in this range for a little bit longer before going lower, but we have broken this low and we just got to watch to see what happens if it pushes back up. But at this stage we'll trade as if we've broken the low. We're going to retest the previous structure here and then continue to short. Gold came into my area of interest. As you know, we were traveling down for the past few weeks trying to get the third target. We hit our third target and we'd reversed, and you can see now with the weakness of the US dollar that we are currently pushing back up and looking for our target of interest again, which was here, and up and around up here. So we've entered long down here on the retest, and we're continuing to ride this as far as possible. Euro US dollar, I was expecting it to come down a bit, but instead we kind of just hovered around this area. We pushed up, we broke a little bit higher, so we could potentially see new gains going higher. British pound US dollar started the sell-off like I expected, but then the news for the US dollar kind of stepped up and showed weakness, which gave British pound US dollar some strength. Australian dollar US dollar, I was expecting a retest of this structure here on the 808 fib. Again, with the weakness of the US dollar, that was null and voided and pushed for new highs, and we're now at the 78 cent mark. US dollar Japanese yen did as I expected. It did push a little bit higher than I anticipated, but given this signal here in line with the weak US dollar, came down nicely to where we're targeting. British pound Australian dollar slipped past my area of interest at the 38 fib with a nice support here. We found a lot of struggle really to push lower here, and then with the news of the US dollar gave British pound the boost that it needed. It's now giving us a really good buy signal. Australian dollar Japanese yen, I'd expected this to be the last leg that it had. It gave us good reversal indications, but leading into weak US dollar and giving the Australian dollar strength, it kind of also avoided that setup and it just pushed straight past. So it gave us a third leg. So there's 1, 2, 3. 3 substantial legs, so 1, 2, 3. And Euro Australian dollar, given that it had strength against the US dollar as well, and Euro being a more dominant currency than Australian dollar, it shorted to where we wanted it to go. We're looking to see if this structure here, the support on the 50 fib and the 38 fib breaks, and if it breaks we can continue to sell off. So for this week we're looking for a retest of previous structure resistance on the US dollar index before shorting. Looking to continue buying gold on retest of structures, coming down like a little bit deeper. Looking to go buying in around this whole zone here and targeting up to, I want to say, the 1249. Euro US dollar, I'm going to stay away from that for now. If anything, I want to work off some psychological levels, and most likely could see a push a bit higher up to the 11550 mark and then short. But given the weakness of the US dollar, and it might not actually play out that way. So I'm just going to play Euro US dollar as I see it. My strong point's selling, so I'm just going to look for sell signals. British pound US dollar, we've broken past this structure here, so if anything we're going to look for a retest down before going long again. If I want to use British pound US dollar as my signal, we can anticipate that Euro US dollar actually might do the same. So we could see that push up break style move like that. So this is a better play, working off British pound US dollar and gold, with the exception that this plays out on US dollar index. Australian dollar US dollar, we can look to see pushing up to the 127 before shorting, like so. If anything, we could see retracements where you'd want to buy on the pullbacks, given the fact that we've broken this structure here and made a new high and a lower low here. So we're either just going to just slam straight up to the 127, or just retest down and then go long again. US dollar Japanese yen, keep looking for selling opportunities, going off the weakness of the US dollar, like so. British pound Australian dollar, I'm looking to just straight up go long. Might get a little bit of a pullback, that's okay, means good entry points, and then going long, definitely filling this gap eventually in the very near future. Australian dollar Japanese yen, we are coming up to some resistances, jumping out on a daily. You can see that we're at a daily high here, and you can see this is a daily resistance, so there is a good chance that we could see a sell-off again. This is almost a harmonic pattern to W, so we could see a pullback and then potentially going long. But that's on a daily, so that's quite a medium to long-term trade. So I'm expecting at least some pullback, given our level right now that we're at, before any signs of going long. And Euro Australian dollar, looking to see what happens on this structure, anticipating going long before going short. Might be a bit of a deep retrace, so just be careful with that. We have got a 4-hour candle pin bar formed on a very good support, so there's a good indication that we'll get a pullback on this level, and it might be pretty deep up to here or up into this resistance up here. So just a quick recap, looking to sell the US dollar index, continue buying gold, continue buying Euro US dollar, continue buying British pound US dollar, continue buying Australian dollar US dollar, with the exception of buying the pullbacks or holding previous positions. Continue selling US dollar Japanese yen, buy British pound Australian dollar, sell Australian dollar Japanese yen, and look to buy then short Euro Australian dollar. Thank you very much for watching.